Good to hear, ladies and gents. My God, am I excited to share this wonderful lady's story. First of all, Lorna, let's go right back to the beginning. If you don't know Lorna by now, you should, because we've been sharing her photographs everywhere. So where's the high? Lorna, how are you? Oh, there we go. I can hear myself twice now. So let's start with once. Right. So first of all, Lorna, let's start right at the beginning. First of all, let us know a little bit. What were you struggling with at the beginning before we met?
I've always had a weight problem. I've always yo-yoed my whole life. I've done every diet possible. But I got into, I was actually in a position where I was telling everyone that I was okay, that I was happy. I'd got fed up with diet and I'd had enough. This is how I'm supposed to be. I'm not going to do it anymore. But on top of that, I had issues going on around me with family and friends revolving around mental health. And I am the sort of person that everyone comes to. So everyone was bombarding me with their problems. And it just got to one day when everyone kept saying, but are you okay? Are you okay? And I always said I was. And then it just got to one day when I knew I wasn't. And I never had the bottle to say anything. I just kept taking everyone else's problems on, trying to deal with them, trying to be the one at the end of the phone, whatever. And then, as I said, the weight got buried, if you like, and I just accepted the way I was until this ad came up on Facebook. Good old Alex appeared. And it was just a case of, I got hooked. Your initial presentation, part of me did think this can't be true, but I bit the bullet. And I made the phone call, and it's the best thing I've ever done. I just really opened up, and everything just flooded out. So my initial thing was taking on everyone else's problems and not liking myself in the end. You know, when I actually opened up and admitted it, I kept telling everyone I was okay, when really I wasn't, and I was struggling myself.
How long was all that going on for?
Well, initially it was 4 or 5 years. It initially started with my husband got diagnosed with depression, and he actually walked out. I went to work. I used to work in the local pub, and I went to work on a double shift. And I came back at 3 o'clock to a note to say that he couldn't cope, and he'd left. And I went back to work afterwards because that's the only way I knew how to cope. And we still spoke, but he, over the period of 4 or 5 years, he kept coming and going. And as I put it, he was sofa surfing. You know, he just couldn't settle. And it all took a toll. You know, I also had family members with different mental health issues, all phoning me. And I just kept taking it. I just kept trying to help other people, and all that time I was losing myself. So, you know, it was just a case of being able to admit that I had problems myself. And as I said, the weight I got to the stage where I didn't care about myself. I convinced myself that I wasn't going to be thin. I wasn't going to be able to lose weight. I was always going to have a weight problem. I felt fat and horrible. I hated myself. I hated my life. That was as simple as that. So, you know, that's how it was until, like I said, I got involved with you guys, and you turned my life around.
Honestly, Lorna, I mean, first of all, thank you for being so open and honest. I think people often underestimate what it's like to carry the burdens and, of course, the problems of everybody else. And it does weigh heavy on you. And if you're unhappy inside and you're putting on this front of being this glue that holds everything together, and you may be, but eventually it's going to wear you down. And
yeah, definitely.
But you turned it all around, Lorna.
I have. I feel fantastic now.
And you look incredible. I mean, you look amazing. I look like, what have you achieved?
I have lost I've been with you guys since October, because as you know, I've followed it right the way through. I've actually lost 21 kilos, and I've lost 50 centimeters.
21 kg, 50 centimeters. Guys, in old money, that is 3.5 stone. 3.5 stone. That is unbelievable. I mean, Lorna, you've absolutely taken the bull by the horns and just succeeded beyond belief. I mean, you've really, really done it. I mean, really done it. What did you try in the past that didn't work?
I've done it. I've done everything. I've done various shake diets. The Slim Fast, Cambridge diet. I've done Slim and World. Slim and World I've done for years and years and years. Weight Watchers I've done. I've done various other fad diets, sort of cabbage diets and fruit diets, and you can only eat one type of food diets. I've just done everything. I've spent, I hate to know how much money I've spent. And a lot of the time they worked for the short period, but they just weren't sustainable. As soon as I stopped following them, I piled it all back on and more.
And what makes you think this 3.5 stone now is not like one of those? What makes you believe now that you're going to be able to sustain this?
I think it's just the fact that I've learned so much. I've learned.
What have you learned?
Just the whole system. That it started off with, because I had the mental side of the problem, in the head. The mindset was the initial thing, that right at the beginning with Lorna. Once I was listening to her and she was turning my brain around, I then found that everything else came. The understanding of the food, the nutrition, the obviously your advice on the dietitian part, and the exercises. I never in a million years thought I'd be getting up at 5 o'clock doing exercises, but I actually enjoy doing it, and that I've always got up early anyway. But to think that I now get up and do exercises, and I just don't feel my life's going to be different now. I'm that's just ingrained in me now. I enjoy doing that. I go swimming every week. I've started running, and it's just the learning. It's just the getting it in your head that you can be a different person, and that you can live your life fit and healthy and happy, no matter what life throws at you. It's the whole package, Alex. I think with the likes of Slim World and Weight Watchers, they're all very good, but you have weekly meetings. They give you your advice. They give you your book. You go away, you follow it. You only know a week later whether you've done right or not. Whereas with you guys, you're 24/7. You give us the support. And on top of that, we've got the support of the other members, which is fantastic. I've made so many friends, Alex. I'm yet to meet a few of them. A few of them are from this area, from where I live, and we're going to meet up. We haven't done yet. But obviously, the big one's in September, as you know.
Absolutely.
So I'm really looking forward to that. But no, I just think that's just the whole package together is what I'd say. Without one, the other doesn't work. I think us learning the whole food, dietitian, nutritionist, exercise, how it all works together, and just gives you the confidence.
The way I look at it, it's like legs on a stool. One is going to be mindset, behavior change, the psychology aspect of it. 2 is going to be nutrition, clarity, rather than having, fad diets or gimmicks. And the third one then is training that actually works around your body. And if it's not built around your body, it won't work. And if you're missing any one of those legs, the whole thing comes crashing down, and we keep going around in circles. And the frustrating thing is, like, you were on the brink of accepting it at the beginning. You were actually I must typically just have to be this weight. I just must have to get on with it and accept it. But you haven't, and you didn't.
No.
And you've lost it all.
I have. I'm looking forward to meeting up my sister-in-law. I went and saw her before I joined you guys. And I sat with her and I said, I've given up on diet and I've had enough. This is me now. So they haven't seen me yet.
Wow, when have you seen her?
I don't know. We haven't, with all the restrictions, we haven't met up again. So
Does she know you've lost the weight?
I don't know, to be honest. I literally haven't spoken to her. So, but my last conversation with her was, I've had it. I'm not doing it no more. This is me. This is how I'm meant to be.
Oh my God, Lorna.
So.
Has anybody noticed? Has anybody said to
Oh,
you?
yeah, definitely. Definitely. Everyone keeps on. I actually had someone the other day saying that I've lost enough. I said, no, I haven't. I said, I've got further to go. I said, I'm just enjoying it too much. I just want to keep going. So.
I'm so proud of you, Lorna. Like, yeah. I mean, you've, as I said, bull by the horns. You have overachieved. Mm-hmm. And you've really put in the work. You've really had that, well, curious side of you in terms of wanting to learn more, wanting to understand the why behind everything, which is the key. And there's going to be people watching this now who are scared, self-doubt. As I keep going on, it's not about people doubting us. They doubt themselves. They think, I won't be able to achieve that. Before we even hopped on here, Lorna, I was saying to you how people will struggle to resonate with you now because you've already lost 3.5 stone. You know, you've already done it. But what would you say to someone who has self-doubt, who is literally close to accepting their weight for all they can have in terms of their life, that it's going to be their lot? What would you say to inspire someone who is just struggling and hasn't had the courage yet to reach out?
Just do it. I'm living proof. You know, you can do it. You can't go through life, enough people knock you back without knocking back yourself. And anybody can do it. You just have to want to do it. You've got to believe. I mean, okay, people struggle with believing they can do it, but you can do it. And you're the support guys that make us understand how to do it. I've fallen off the wagon, as you know, and you've spoken to you, got back on. I've had a few weeks when I haven't done anything, and then you tweak it around a little bit, or maybe there's a little bit crept in that I shouldn't have had or shouldn't have done, and you've tweaked it around. And anybody can do it. I've struggled my whole life. My dad had a weight problem. You know, he was always on all the fad diets, and he lost stones, and then he put it all back on again. And it's just, I used to say it's how I've been brought up, it's the way I'm built, I've got big bones, I've done all of that. I'm living proof that it does work, and I really believe that. Anybody can do this. You just have to believe in yourself. Forget what everyone else says to you, you'll never do it, you've done it all before. That's just a load of rubbish. You can do it. You just need to make that phone call and get started.
And the thing is, like, you're not on your own. Either is anybody else in the inner circle. Like, the reason why it works is because we're all in this together. Mm-hmm. But when you face things on your own in the past and it hasn't worked, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. And Lorna, honestly, it's so good to see everything that you've done. I mean, those of you who haven't seen Lorna before, I mean, we have masterminds on a weekly basis. She always engages. She shares her stories. She pulls everybody else up. You are such a leader, Lorna, whether you're aware of it or not. You really, really are. And if you have any final words for anyone who's nervous or scared?
Don't be scared. You don't know anyone now, but I guarantee the first week you will. Everyone is there. Everyone's pulling you through. I talk to so many other members privately now. It's unbelievable. We all send messages to one another. You can do it. You just do it. Just bite the bullet. I'd say the financial implication is worth every single penny. Absolutely. I have no regrets. I just love it. And the way I feel now to how I felt back in October, I just can't describe it. I'm a totally different person. I've come a million miles. I spent 5 years not realising how downtrodden I'd become. Other people knew. Other people kept saying to me, "Are you all right?" I kept saying, "Yes, I'm fine." But now, what I get now, I went out last weekend and I got, "Lorna's back. She's come back to us." That's what I got. They realised, you know, and that's just not me saying anything. That's just me being out and happy and having a laugh. So just do it. Just, it's worth it. You learn so much, you make so many friends, and we all help each other.
And Lorna, you will continue to be a cornerstone in all of this. You really will. And I can't thank you enough for coming on and sharing your story. There will be people out there who otherwise wouldn't have reached out. So you are making a big, big difference. And Lorna, I can't thank you enough for your time. Message Lorna, by the way. She is literally such a leader. If you don't believe her, message her. But Lorna, thanks again for your time, and have a wonderful night. And as I said, I cannot wait to give you that mother of all hugs in Tough Mudder in September.
I'm so excited. I'm petrified, but I'm so looking forward to it.
Nothing incredible happens if you weren't a little bit scared first. I'm a firm believer of that. Lorna, thanks for your time. Thank you for sharing. 50 centimeters, 3.5 stone. All the best, Lorna.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Alex. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.